Dear all, it is a fantastic honor to be with you today. It is a fantastic honor to hear you, to be inspired by you, to hear what you are saying, both in the meeting room, but also from Iran. So it is an amazing honor to be with you. Most of all, I am humbled. I'm humbled. I grew up in Denmark, as you know, without violence and any religious leaders dictating my life. Of course, as the first female prime minister and first female leader of my party, I've had my fair share of misogyny. I have met opposition. I have had to sum up courage, but I have never ever had to sum up the courage that Iranian women are summing up right now. So I'm mostly here to talk to you about why you are our inspiration and how your fight for democracy and human rights will not only change Iran, but will inspire women's movement and the whole world. I am here to remind you that you will not only change how women are treated today in Iran, but that your fight is something you are doing for your daughters and your son. With your fight kept going on, your country will begin a new future, and you will at the same time inspire women all over the world. As you know, and as we've heard today already, the female power is enormous. And that is why misogynist leaders all over the world are so afraid of female empowerment and female agency. They will try to tell us that it's better to stay home. They will tell us that we don't have the courage, the brains, or the stamina. And there's no doubt that women, Iranian women and girls, have been the prime victims of the misogynist regime in Iran right now. Day in and day out, they have been deprived of the most basic rights. The easiest for Iranian women would have been to stay home, but Iranian women did not do that. The easiest would have been to let fear overcome you, but you did not do that. Iranian women have chosen a different path. Not only have they not submitted to the regime, but they have turned into a force for real change in Iran. Iranian women have asserted themselves, and they know that their rights will only be achieved by real political change in Iran. With a goodbye to a misogynist regime, and they know that it is impossible to achieve their rights and their freedom in their life with a misogynist regime. We don't talk enough about, in my part of the world, about the bravery of Iranian women. Women in Iran have participated in resistance for freedom over the past decades, and tens of thousands of women have been executed for participating in this political movement to change the system. Such huge participation of women is unique, not only in Iran, but for the whole world. We know, and we have been talking about today, that many have been imprisoned and suffered torture, have been humiliated. And we know that a majority of those executed belong to the opposition movement People's Mujahideen of Iran, which is against Islamic fundamentalism and advocates gender equality and separation of religion and state, despite being, of course, Muslim. It is so remarkable that the democratic opposition, the coalition of the National Council of Opposition, is actually led by a hero, a Muslim woman, Maryam Rajavi. And I read her 10-point plan, and that is not only a 10-point plan for the future of Iran, but also a blueprint for the whole world to see that there is a democratic future for Iran, and that all Democrats all over the world should support this 10-point plan. Therefore, for the international community, it is so important on this Women's Day to express our solidarity for the Iranian women in their struggle for their rights. But beyond that, The international community should stand with the desire of the Iranian people, men and women, for a democratic, secular republic. It is now 43 years ago that people of Iran overthrew the Shah's dictatorship because they wanted freedom and they wanted democracy. Now, what the Iranian people are saying is that they don't want to return to a Shah dictatorship, but they want to create a new system where people finally have the freedom to choose their leaders in democratic elections. And what they're saying is that they're standing up against both a Shah dictatorship, but also a religious dictatorship. The rest of the world is here to say to you today that we stand with you. The NCRI program, Maryam Rajavi's plan, offer this opportunity to the people of Iran, and they deserve our support. Change should, of course, come from the Iranian people and Iranian women and their resistance in their country. But the world also needs to stand by the Iranian women and people in solidarity with them. Dear all of you who are listening today, I am not here to inspire you. I am here to tell you today that you inspire us. Dear all of you in the conference room, dear sisters of Iran, on this 8th of March, we are here to support you. When I hear you today, I can hear and I can feel that you are ready. We take inspiration to you. We are humbled by you. You will be the change. You are the future of Iran. We are behind you. We support your struggle. Thank you for having me today.